Hi, this is Dr. Marc Katz of Advanced Podiatry in Tampa, and I want to talk to you about bumps on your foot. Now, this is a topic, and we keep it simple and talk about bumps on the foot because that's what people ask me. They're asking me specifically, what is this bump on my foot? And I'm sure many of you have experienced this, especially going to see doctors and other professionals, is the doctor comes in and says, oh yes, you have hallux abductovalgus on your foot. And you look at the doctor and you go, really? And then the doctor notices, well, maybe they didn't catch that term. So they say, well, you have a bunion on your foot. And you start thinking, well, I've kind of heard of a bunion, but I still don't know what that is. So we like to talk about bumps on the foot. So let's go back to bunion. So bunion is a bump on the foot that exists right behind the large toe. It is sticking out of the side of your foot. If the bump is more on the top of the foot behind the big toe, that would be more of a type of arthritis, and that causes jamming as the toe moves up. So that would be a bump on the top. The bump on the side behind the big toe is a bunion, and that comes from the large bone known as the first metatarsal drifting outward, and as the bump forms and it drifts outward, the toe moves towards the second toe, so you start getting movement of the toes. You can also get bumps on the tops of the toes, so you see that your toes are moving up, and these are called hammertoes. You may have heard of that, but the actual bump on the top where a corn forms is not just a thickening of the skin, it is actually a bone that has moved upward, and that causes that bump. Then there can be a bump behind the small toe, and that is on the side of the foot as well. And that is a type of bunion. We call it a tailor's bunion. And that originally came from the tailors, the old-fashioned sewing machines where they would be pressing the wheel or the pad to move the wheel, and they would end up getting that deformity. But the thing to know about these bumps and the ones that we just discussed now, which are on the forefoot, these are treatable. They come from instability of the foot and flattening of the foot and sometimes high arch of the foot, and that should be addressed. So later we'll talk about some other bumps which occur on the back of the foot and on the top of the foot, but for now let's leave it at that. And if you have questions or you would like to have these bumps checked out, call us at 813-875-0555 in Tampa Bay, or you can reach us on the web at www.thetampapodiatrist.com. Thank you so much for listening, and keep watching because we're going to have videos coming up on the site on a regular basis because we want to keep you informed. Thanks. Have a great day.